Wikis, not so new but more innovative than before. Wikis have been heralded as one of a number of new and powerful forms of software capable of supporting a range of collaborative ventures and learning activities. Wikis are web-based collaboration tools that are easily and quickly created by a community. Wiki technology creates a web page that anyone with access to can modify quickly and easily. The term wiki comes from the Hawaiian word for fast. Wikis are simple, efficient tools for managing knowledge and collaborating. They are convenient in today's workplace and institutions. They are easy to learn and use. With wikis, knowledge doesn't get buried in emails. Wikis are online so users can access, collaborate on, and share content, knowledge, and files anytime, anywhere. The most famous wiki is Wikipedia, a free multilingual project. Wikipedia is a blend of words wiki and encyclopedia. As of September 2008, Wikipedia has over 10 million articles. The creator of Wikis, Ward Cunningham, will now elaborate more on how he came up with the idea of the easily used web pages.
You know, we were, well, it was all based on objects. You know, we were early into the objects, and we said, well, objects seem to be so easy for some people and so hard for others. And we said, well, we want to find out what it is people do with objects and just write them down, just make a list. Well, that turned out to be too hard. And so we said, well, we found this a pattern idea, so we're working on patterns, trying to write down patterns, because that was better than just a list. But then that turned out to be too hard. So we said we need to do it with a community. And so we started having workshops, you know, the PLOP series of conferences on patterns, and we said, well, this is too hard, so we need to have some way to use, and this was when the internet was just becoming popular, in 94, 95. We said, well, let's just make a site, and since we didn't know, I mean, I'm a lazy guy, I didn't know how to organize it, I just said, well, let's make let the community organize it. And it was a leap of faith to say, well, you can edit it to be whatever organization you want, but people did a good job. Now, that doesn't mean they have to. People could come in and trash it. You know, I think a wiki is very fragile, but the fact that mine has lasted as long as it has is a testament to how many good people there are out there in the internet. And in that sense, I find it truly exciting. It's also
Wikis are used in the real world outside of K-12 schools by people collaborating on projects or trying to share things online. Community-based nonprofit organizations use them as platforms for members to communicate and share best practices. Communities Connect Network is an example of a community-based nonprofit organization. College and university seems to be using wikis far more than K-12 community right now. They can be used by the students for educational purposes or serve as the school's official site. Wikis are increasingly being used inside corporations. Some corporations are using wikis to communicate to the public. Wikis in K-12 education. The use of wikis in education is still a relatively recent development, and the formal literature on this subject is limited. However, wikis have become very popular in education since 2006. There are currently over 100,000 registered education wikis. Students can use wikis to create a set of documents that reflect the shared knowledge of the learning group. How are wikis helpful in education? They engage students. Students can save their classwork and complete assignments from home and then submit assignments to teachers online via ClassWiki. Tools for collaboration. Student groups can collaborate on work during and after school. This is accomplished by posting a classwork for groups. Wikis help facilitate online learning and help with peer interaction. Students can edit each other's work as they complete a class project, resulting in more collaborative effort. Wikis can help show student work. Teachers can upload student work that can be viewed by students and parents. Wikis help students create their own pages to display their creativity and ability to use technology. Wikis allow teachers to share techniques among staff, allowing them to upload interactive lessons as resources. Wikis enable instructors to post course information such as course syllabus, study resources, external links, project requirements and information, and frequently asked questions. Wiki softwares are listed below. You have PBS Wiki, which can increase student engagement using a safe online wiki. You can create an online presence without having to wait for IT to make an easy, up-to-date web page. Web Paint Wikis. Web Paint Wikis are click and type websites that are easy to start and even easier to expand because you can invite anyone you like to add text, photos, links, and other content. Lastly, MindTouch is a free open source wiki and application platform for communication in enterprises. Who are wiki adopters? Who could they be? Who are they? Could it be you? Innovator and early adopters would be educators simply because wikis can be used by educators inside of the classroom. Since wikis are challenging to use, educators should work with them before their students so they can have a better understanding of how they work.
The best strategy to convince educators to adopt wikis are wiki examples created by other educators. This will show educators how it can be used inside of the classroom.
The laggards will be possibly seasoned educators. This is an assumption because wikis are challenging to use, and when a technology is tedious to use, most people move away from it unless they are forced to use it.
Possible strategies are having the early adopters show the laggards how to use the wikis. Examples could be shown the laggards as well. Since technology is continuing to consequently change, institutional practices in K-12, higher education, and corporate organization compatibility has to be the attribute that is most relevant in the adoption of wikis. Wikis has not reached their critical mass because there are not enough individuals that have adopted the innovation. This is evident because there are not a lot of educators in my school system that are using wikis. They are still using portal sites to distribute and post information.
The S-curve above interprets that it may reach its critical mass in the future when later majority and laggards use wikis. Wikis are freely available, reliable, and relatively easy to use. From the small research and reading that I have done so far about wikis, it is safe for me to assume that wikis offer enormous potential to the overall learning of students. It allows students to learn, share, create, and collaborate with each other in an easy, flexible, accessible manner. It is a powerful tool from my observation and can be used in a classroom to develop much needed 21st century skills. Are wikis for you? Why not adopt it?